Hello, my divine lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me back here. It is October the 30th, 2024, here on the Yapper. I appreciate each and every one of you that choose to join me here in this space and in this place, wherever you're joining me from, whether it be from my website or from YouTube or from Spotify. However, you choose to join, I greatly appreciate your presence because always remember that your presence is a present, okay? So is your energy and everything that you decide to give to this world. Now, I will go ahead and formally introduce myself. Hi, I am Sare the Celestial, the owner and founder of the Celestial Shaman. And I am really focused on, at the moment, of course, I have multiple other things that are currently constantly just swirling and going around in my mind. I have a little bit of ADHD slash TISM, so please just bear with me. I'm very neurodivergent, and I hope that I can, reach my little neurodivergent crowd of spiritual baddies, spiritual, amazing people that want to heal themselves in the relationship with the innermost self and their subconscious and everything else that is included. Honestly, I feel like there is no sense of self, it is just you and your energy. And, because if you have it, you have to have some type of sense of self because ego is necessary, especially whenever it comes to standing on business. However, healing the relationship with the self is something that I am very, very accustomed to, attuned to, have an affinity for, however you want to phrase it. I am big on loving yourself from the inside out because it does help you to be a better person in the real world. You don't have a reason to be bitter. You don't have a reason to let little things bother you whenever you are truly striving to love yourself and become a better version of yourself every single day. Whenever you want to level up and you want to elevate your frequency, your level of consciousness, whatever it might be, that is what I love to do. That's what I specialize in, and that's what I feel like I'm called here to do. So, these are going to be used for our daily reads, our daily tarot reads, the daily yapper, truly, truly, because as you can tell, I am a professional yapper myself. I absolutely love being able to do this. I am very proud of myself for actually encouraging myself to do this. And I'm very grateful for the people who helped me and have encouraged me as well. It's a little, it's still in my mind a little cringy, but that's the imposter syndrome talking. We ignore that. Now, for today's read, it's very interesting. I went ahead, instead of like yesterday, it's going to be on and off whenever I choose to actually do reads in front of the camera and here with you rather than doing them off the camera. Today I didn't have much energy and my energy level is a little fluctuating. So I just decided to do it off of the camera because being on screen actually depletes my energy a lot quicker than I even realized. And I'm glad that I've been recording myself progressively over the year or and a half or so of my readings that I've been doing for myself because I would not have known that the screen depletes me as quickly and this would not be able to happen. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our read of the day. We have a total of 3 tarot cards, and just to reference, I am using the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot and I am using the Spirit Allies Oracle for our message today. And I will make sure that I link each one in the description boxes below so that you can have access to the same tools that I do. I'm a big advocate for not gatekeeping anything. Nothing at all is off limits from me sharing that knowledge, sharing my experiences, and sharing my opinions and everything else, my intuitive knowledge with you. It I am here to truly help people discover the beauty within themselves and to move past what they thought were blocks or negativity or little quirks that they couldn't get over. You're going to end up transmuting them and making them into your superpower. That is what I help with. Now, for today's cards, we have the Monarch, and this is traditionally the Emperor. the Warrior of Pentacles, which is traditionally the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. It's a wonderful message, truly and honestly. And if you see me referencing to anything, it is going to be to my Poe book that I have all my notes in. So it's that is exactly what I am referencing to. It will never be anything else. So I like to give you guys the most organic and raw messages possible so that we are discovering these things together. I don't even review the cards. I don't even bother to try and do any additional research. I go off of the energy that I'm feeling. However, today I did have some channeled music, angel numbers, and messages. So we're going to get those out and then we will handle this message in the cards. But for the oracle reading on spiritual allies, we have Capricorn. I don't know if any of you have Capricorn placements, but that's a little hey to you. This is definitely your message. And by the way, just because I am posting this read on October the 30th does not mean it is not timeless. This is a timeless reading. Whenever it reaches you is whenever you're supposed to hear this message, okay? And then we have, I had to make sure on this one, it is Shetzikotzel. Shetzikotzel. She is a Aztec goddess, if I am correct. So check me on it. If I'm not right, you check me. I never, I'm a big person on making sure that I am correct in the facts that I am bringing to you. So if I happen to be wrong about something or if you have a difference in opinion, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. I would love to see it. I will read and respond to each and every one. It's valuable to me. Again, your presence is a presence. Your presence is a present. Your energy is always always appreciated, including any criticism that you have to give. Now, for the channeled message, and first we're going to start with the music because I'm a big music fan. Like I listen to truly everything across the spectrum, from country, classical, bluegrass, hip hop, R&B, even death metal. And I've been to plenty of my concerts, so I'm a big concert goer too. Now, for the music channels, I got Good Life by Kanye West and T Pain. I started to think of artist names, and Calvin Harris is a big one. So I don't know if you're a Calvin Harris fan, if you like house music, EDM, that type of thing, like I do. But there were two that I actually came across of his that I had never heard before, but I heard the artist names in my head, and that's how I knew to go and look it up. For the first one, it was Calvin Harris and Ariana Grande, and I was like, they've never made a song. Since when did they make a song? They have, and it is called Heat Stroke. So please go look that up if you've not heard it. It is an excellent song. I don't know if it's going to be quite your vibe, but the lyrics that stood out specifically in that song, please let go and have a good time. And then for Bounce, it was Calvin Harris featuring Keyless. So, or Kellis, sorry. Pronunciations. Anyway, and then the channeled message was "You did it. Relief is coming in." We got 1616, 234, and 321 as our angel numbers that were channeled to me. Now, for the current astrology of today, we're going to have a Mercury opposition coming up within the next hour if you are in Central Standard Time. If you are in Eastern or uh, Pacific Standard Time or Mountain Time, then this is going to be hitting you at a different time. So anytime that I give you times of transits, it will always be in Central Standard Time, CST, okay? So this is going to be, we have a Mercury in Scorpio opposition with Uranus and Taurus. And let me tell you what, they're in their final degrees. They're both at like 28, 29 degrees. So this opposition is going to be bringing forth a few things that need, it's a little chaotic, I'm not going to lie. They're both fixed signs, which is the modality that they're in. If you don't know about modalities, there are fixed, cardinal, and mutable. Fixed signs are consistent of Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius and Leo. I always blank on Aquarius and Leo. Don't ask me why, because I have them in my chart. And then we have mutable signs, which are Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. And then cardinal, which is Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries. So those are the modalities of each sign. Cardinal gets the plan started and maps it out. They're the ones who are pushing the boulder. They start the process of pushing the large boulder. The fixed signs make sure that the boulder gets to its destination, so that they make sure that the whole thing runs smoothly. They make sure the pathway is paved and carved out, such as fixed signs would. And then for mutable, because they are flexible, that is their superpower. They are very adaptable. They are able to make little patches on the inconsistencies along the way. So if something goes wrong, you call a mutable to fix it. If there is an issue with sticking to the path, you call a fixed sign to fix it. And if you need a little bit of initiative to start, you call your cardinal signs to get you started, okay? So that's the way that I find it easiest to remember them. Of course, if you don't know, you can always go to thecelestial.com and go to the blog page where I have all of this information on there on my blogs. So now, after those channeled messages, I would just like to say that this reading in tarot is, it's giving the energy of you are doing what is necessary, and the results may not be coming right now, but they are sure on the way. Because we currently in the sky, we have Saturn that's going to be going direct. We have a Scorpio new moon coming up on Friday, which has a special message of its own. And because I'm not going to get too much into it, because I'm just going to let you guys wait for it. But as far as this goes, we have the monarch, which is traditionally the emperor. It's ruled by Aries. So, in saying that she, in this state, is very much about authority and very much about control, making sure that things get taken care of. The emperor traditionally in tarot is the father card, the father figure card. So whenever it comes to having the emperor energy or being in the energy of the emperor, you are making the plan, you are getting it done, you are making sure that things are getting delegated to the right places, or you're doing the delegation amongst yourself and your time and your resources. But you're doing it like a boss. You are executing, you are able to get everything taken care of, because Aries, as is ruled by Mars, has a lot of energy to be able to get things done. They are a cardinal sign, so they start everything. They are starting, they are initiating, they're making sure that they are making the plan and that they are executing said plan. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles right after, this is something that you have been working on consistently for some time now. I can't quite say how long, but Pentacles usually are a range of months to years whenever it comes to time, because they're symbolized in with Earth and the Earth sign and Earth energy. So they're going to be the slowest moving in the tarot whenever it comes to anything, whenever it comes to results, work, progress. It's just going to be slower moving whenever it comes to the pentacles. However, it definitely means that it's way more solidified, and the foundation is going to be stable and stabilized, and it's going to have a lot of structure and stability to be able to withhold in the long term. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, Knights in tarot are usually about whenever you need to execute or start something. Again, here with the theme of starting something, or here with the theme of actions being taken to get something moving. I am not honestly quite sure whenever it comes to what you've been working on, but it has required a lot of diligence. It's required patience. It has required consistency. The Knight of Pentacles can be perceived as one of the most boring knights of the tarot. However, he is also the one that gets the most results. The other knights usually don't have as much consistency and their results can waver, especially with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. They are very hasty in what they do. However, the Knight of Pentacles is not. He is the exact opposite. He does things in such a meticulous way so that nothing goes wrong, and it can be kind of boring and routine, but that is what he specializes in so that he can have his long-term stability that leads into the King of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Now, the last thing with the 10 of Cups, the happiness is coming in. This is one of the best cards in tarot because it's right after the wish fulfillment card of the 9 of Cups. The 10 of Cups talks about you living in your wish that's been fulfilled, you having the happiness, you having the abundance, you having the home life, the relationship, the business, whatever it might be that is to your heart's desire, and you are so content, you're comfortable, you are receiving divine love and divine happiness coming to you in just leaps and bounds. It is very much an emotional bliss card, and I absolutely love that for you all. I love that this is the energy that you are in right now. Even if it doesn't feel like that's where you're at, that's what you are operating in. Keep your same energy. Keep that same energy so that whenever you go and you receive that wish, you can have that full circle moment and just breathe it in, just enjoy it. Enjoy that pleasure. Enjoy. Speaking of which, that's actually one of your cards that talks about that. And since I have her up, let's go ahead and get on her. Now, one of the things, and I have notes for her because she's absolutely gorgeous, she talks about the actual journal prompt for her is, what does pleasure mean to me? And her key is, I see beauty in everything. She talks about being more connected with your sensual side, with the pleasures outside of the worldly pleasures and earthly things. What can you find pleasure in your daily life? Is it putting on your favorite jewelry? Is it wearing that outfit that you absolutely love? Is it those boots? I bet it's those boots. Is it that belt? The bag? Try and find and reconnect with the pleasures of the everyday, because there is beauty all around you as long as you take the time to really enjoy it, not just see it. You can see beauty all around you, but you have to take the time and stop and pause with yourself to enjoy it and really sit in it and be satisfied. Because even whenever your wish fulfillment comes true, if you don't take the time to stop the grind and stop the hustle and really breathe in that fresh air, like, I did this, I accomplished so much, I was able to get so much done. What was it all for? Because you're just going to continue to work. You're going to continue to keep going in a way that you don't need to keep operating in a way that you don't need to keep going in. You're being called right now to enjoy the pleasures of your journey, even if it is not pleasurable, even if it is unbearable right now. You are being asked to challenge yourself and your mind and your perspective just a tad bit, not even a tad bit, a lot, because it's something that you actively have to practice at every day. But what is even more enjoyable than trying to find the pleasures in every day? It starts out difficult, but once you start to do it and you integrate it into something that you do and you're actively looking for, you will find it everywhere. Take it as somebody like, yeah, the beauty that you see in your outside world is truly what comes from within you. It's what you see within yourself. And I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's actually common lyrics, actually. If just they're constantly coming, I feel. I'm so musically inclined. It's the clairaudience. I'm so sorry. And then with Capricorn, we have the journal prompt being, where do I need to establish healthy boundaries? And the key for him, or for Capricorn, is boundaries are healthy. It also, this definitely is the card that's talking about being having boundaries in the right things outside of just people, having boundaries in your everyday life to where you're able to take that time with Shetsu and enjoy the pleasures, enjoy the sensuality of life. You need to have that work life balance as well as with the work life, the social life, and the spiritual. Because if you are not able to honor your own integrity and stand on business for yourself and for your boundaries and respect your time, you will not be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It'll be pointless. It'll be pointless. You won't be able to enjoy any fruits of your labor because you're going to still be working yourself to death. You're still going to be out there saying, oh, I need to go get the bag, go get the bag. But the bag is coming to you. Stop chasing it. I don't know who needed to hear that, but the bag is coming to you. You just need to stop chasing it. You need to start chasing after the things that bring you life and bring you pleasure outside of worldly and earthly pleasures. That includes food, drink, sex, all of that. Stop trying to find pleasure in things that are so shallow. Start finding pleasure in things that give you a little bit more depth, a little bit more just that are more satisfying because whenever you're absolutely like for example whenever you are at a sporting event you're playing you're on the field they're going to give you Gatorade but in all actuality because of how much sodium Gatorade has in it that's the whole point is to make sure that you are drinking more Gatorade because you're going to be more depleted of the fluids that you need. Yes, it gives you electrolytes so that you can get through the game and you can have that additional energy but there are water supplements that also have electrolytes in them or something that you can add to your water that will give you those electrolytes and it won't deplete you of your actual moisture like the sodium in Gatorade does. That's all I'm saying. That's honestly the best description I can give you. You're going to continue to feed a monster or feed something that is overfed because it's just going to continue to consume. You have got to eventually cut it off and say, we're done with that. I'm taking this time for me. I'm stepping away from this for me. I'm delegating this responsibility for me. Give somebody a chore in the house. Go out and do something for you. Enjoy just a drive. Enjoy driving and blasting the music at the highest volume. I don't know what gives you life, but you need to be doing it. You need a reminder of why you are doing and hard, like grinding and hustling as hard as you are. Sometimes we get caught up in it a bit too much and we can easily lose sight of that. Like easily. We can easily lose sight of our why. But regrounding comes with re what is the word I'm looking for? Reassessing. Regrounding comes with reassessing our why, what we are doing, and how we are doing it, or how we are operating and moving in the world. And I want you to be more mindful of those things. Be more mindful of how you are operating and moving in your own world, because at the end of the day, you have you. You have to answer to all the decisions you make. You have to be the one who lives with every decision you make. So you might as well be making the right ones on behalf of yourself and of your future self. Okay? I want all of us to enjoy our Halloween. I will be back on here for Halloween and especially with some sales. So please look out for that. This Scorpio season has already been so inspiring and so enlightening. And this new moon that's coming up is going to be an excellent time for us to be manifesting anything that we are wanting to. It is going to be putting this whole week, honestly, leading up to the new moon, has been putting us in the position of thinking out of the box, like definitely outside the box, because we've had the Neptune aspects that are coming in, and we've been having these Mercury aspects that are intertwining with Neptune, and it's a whole whirlwind of fun. So I hope you enjoy it. Make sure that you are allowing yourself to feel what you can when you can. Give yourself enough patience, enough time to rest. If you, because new moons and full moons, depending on what your own lunar cycle was whenever you were born, which you can find out in your birth chart, um, it depends on if they will deplete you or if they will give you energy to the point of insomnia. So for me, new moons exhaust me because I was born on a lunar cycle where it was leading up to the full moon. So full moons usually give me insomnia, and new moons actually usually drain me and deplete me. So that probably explains why my energy has been fluctuating so bad, you know. Woo woo. Putting two and two together as I'm talking to you guys. But I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you being here to listen to this with me, to discover the amazing messages of today. I promise that these podcasts are going to be a little bit more lengthy. I just am trying to roll this out the best that I can. I appreciate you having patience with me and just taking the time out of your day to sit and listen. So I am wishing you the best of the rest of your Wednesday. I hope you have an excellent rest of your day. I will be back on here tomorrow for Thursday for Halloween and the message. And who knows, I may even have on a costume. So I think today, my shirt of the day, it's Patrick Star, right? And it says Namaste, a state of mind. And it says, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. So do with that what you will. I hope that if you have a little bit in touch with Patrick like I do, I almost went and got Patrick as a tramp stamp. Don't say nothing, don't come for me, but it was just like, yes, this is Patrick, like it's a little blurb that I like to do. But anyways, I hope that you all stay divinely blessed, protected, supported, and loved in every single way. I'll see you later.